A minute and 11 seconds officially announced. And as they say, taking unnecessary punishment, not the punishment ever necessary. Over then to Gary Newbon.
Gary, I'm pleased I'm back. And I want to thank the people of Halifax for giving me the chance to come to their town and fight after I went through a bad disappointment. I'd like to thank my trainers and managers for having the confidence in me, as well as you, Gary, for bringing me down here. And I was just very disappointed that I couldn't go to Coventry or go to Birmingham and defend, come back after I had such a disappointment. I was very upset about that, and I think it showed today.
It showed in what way?
It showed I came out there to kill, there was no doubt about that.
So let's have a look at this replay then, Jim, because it really was a bit of a fearsome essence from a rather angry Christie, because there'll be people saying, was he that good an opponent? But he really took some stick and didn't go down. And look at that one. A lot of fighters would have gone down from that, right?
If he hadn't been a hard, tough opponent, he would have gone over, because the punches were bang on, as you can see. Christie wasn't missing them at all. And a couple of the right-hand leads were really solid punches. I'm surprised actually Hoy didn't go over. These were all dangerous, good punches.
And the referee did well to get in there.
This is me. I can bring out Errol Christie before, but this is the real Errol Christie, a man full of aggression. I'm coming back. You tell them people out there I'm coming back. My manager here, he's going to put an offer on Mark Taylor. Harold Graham, you name them. You bring them down here now. I'm ready for them.
I'll tell you what, Errol, you let off a lot of steam. You were very, very wound up before the fight. I mean, this really was a make-or-break night for you, wasn't it?
This was. The pressure, you know, okay, they said I was undefeated for 7 years, 8 years. But that was no pressure like what I've been through. I've been through hell. I haven't shaved, I haven't done anything. I've slept rough, everything just to get the right temperament for this fight. And it showed, it paid off.
When you look back on your career, surely that defeat in London now could have been a turning point, because a lot of people were saying you were flashy and getting very cocky. Looking back,
Gary, to be honest, had nothing to do with being flashy. You know, the fight I was told I was boxing third, and I warmed up, shaped out and everything, and they wanted to put the main event on, which that meant I had to go and sit down, and people coming in the changing room. You know, it was like a circus. And I went out there, like I was going in for a spar, and I paid the penalty.
But that defeat might have helped your career looking back now, because you bounced back so well tonight, Errol.
Well, the defeat, you know, it just made me more bitter, more than anything. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bert McCarthy, very quickly, what happens to Errol now? He can start rebuilding again now.
Yeah, Errol's the same Errol. We know that Errol Christie has now shown the character to go with his tremendous talent. We know now that Errol Christie is going to be a great attack and a great fighter. Errol Graham wants to fight Christie for a title. We will be there. If the Simpson-Taylor fight don't go on, and it's doubtful whether it will, I understand he's getting £30,000 to fight Simpson. I will give Mark Taylor £40,000 to defend against Errol Christie.
Well, the big money's out. The limelight's back for Errol Christie. What a difference a defeat and then a win can make to someone's career. 1 minute 11 seconds of brilliance, and Errol Christie is in the news again. And indeed, the news from here tonight is that Errol Christie will be topping the bill at Stage 1 Manchester in 2 weeks' time. That'll be the next fight night. Well, now let's move on to a title fight, the Central Area title fight at light heavyweight.